Hello everyone, Fancy here. You're watching Fantavision, and today I am discussing a couple things. First of all, I do want to say that you can now change your name on PlayStation Network, but unless your name is Loves to Spooge, like in South Park, I wouldn't change your name if I were you. It can mess with your saves, it's dangerous. Sony, for some reason, decided to tie all of your game saves to your username. There's lots of issues that can happen if you change it. But if you're okay with that risk, there you go. Just wanted to make that quick PSA because it's finally available. I feel like that was announced like a year ago now that they were going to enable it. I guess they finally have, and the risks are still there. So if you're tempted to do the free name change, definitely be aware of that risk. So today we're really actually going to be talking about Randy, Porn is Magic, Pitchford, and how for some reason he's just joining the ranks with all the corporate defenders online and basically threatening that they're only going to be putting Gearbox games on Epic from now on because, oh, entitled gamers, oh, they're hurting my feelings because they're review bombing old Borderlands games. And first of all, the whole thing started out of something that was completely untrue. I mean, he's commenting down below of something that is completely a false statement. The tweet says, "Not cool at all to misuse the review system like this, and shame on Steam games for allowing it." First of all, the reason that people review bomb, in my opinion, it makes sense. It actually gets the attention of people. And all the different terrible things that corporate defenders like to say, oh, well, just go in their forums. Just go in their forums and just say on Twitter how upset you are and they'll listen. How often do game companies listen unless we as consumers actually do something that gets their attention? We have to go out of our way constantly to say, hey, this is not okay. And half the time when we do that, they still don't do anything. So when we want to figure out something to do, hey, maybe if we all leave a negative review on this game, which, by the way, a negative review on a super old game, everybody knows what Borderlands is. This isn't going to throw anything off. This isn't going to confuse anybody. And plus, all the reviews basically say why they're leaving the negative review to begin with. Also, the reason this statement is blatantly false is that Steam isn't allowing it. If you pull up Borderlands 2 on Steam, it says very good and overwhelmingly positive. So why does it still say that if so many people are review bombing to the point where Randy Magic Man Pitchford is throwing a bitch fit about it? Oh, I don't know. That's weird. It's still got a good review on Steam. It should have an awful review. I mean, he's getting so upset about this. I mean, this guy is saying that Steam is allowing it and it's really ruining his day. But Steam isn't, and that's why it's still positive. If you scroll over to the little asterisk next to it, it says there have been lots of negative reviews lately. They seem to be fake reviews. We're removing them from the full final review. And they're hiding a bunch of them. They're removing lots of these negative reviews that are just about the fact that it's going to be on Epic Games, on the Epic Games Store. So Steam is doing their job for once, and people are still giving them shit for it. And they're giving them shit for having a review system. They're saying in these comments, oh, well, maybe this is why we shouldn't have a review system. No. The review system is great. There's nothing wrong with it. And I still don't think review bombing is really that big of an issue. I mean, as long as you're not threatening the lives of developers and you're not being just an asshole, if you're just leaving a negative review and a sign of protest, that's fine. Nobody's getting hurt. It's not, really affecting anybody or anything. It's probably not going to hurt the sales of it. Anybody that doesn't have Borderlands, I'm sure their buddies are like, hey, they're adding stuff, they're remastering it. If you don't own the game already, you should buy it. I don't understand why they're upset when it's just blatantly false. And the thing it originally is being retweeted is you automatically lose all credibility for your argument when you stoop to this level. It's just leaving a bad review. What do you mean? What level? What do you mean? What level are you talking about? They're not threatening anybody. Nobody's getting hurt. There's no violence. This is peaceful protest. I understand it's about a launcher, and I know that seems petty to a lot of people, and we'll get into that in a second, but the thing is there's nothing wrong. This is mob mentality. I'll read through the whole thing. Purposefully trying to tank reviews of previous installments just because you don't like the decision made for the new release is absurd. This is mob mentality, not feedback. This is feedback. This is straight up feedback. Mob mentality, that's a bit of a stretch. I understand where you're coming from, but usually mob mentality comes into violence, like in a mob, in a riot type situation. This is a video game review. It's a game review on Steam. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't understand this. I don't know if I'm in the minority here thinking this, that it's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't affect my daily life. It doesn't really negatively affect anybody. It's just calling attention to something that we're not happy about. We're not happy that Well, I guess we're not happy with Epic, but we're not happy that Borderlands is choosing to go to Epic Games just for more money. 2K makes a ton of money. 2K Games has just an insane amount of money. Strauss Zelnick, the CEO, makes $9.7 million. That's what he made in 2017. So when people start saying, oh, it's just not about the money, what is it about then? How is it not about the money? They're just wanting more money. And when people say, oh, well, they're going to take the extra money they're making and put it towards the games and pay the developers more. Yeah, I don't think so. Name a company that has gone out of their way to pay their developers more. Nintendo is the only company I can think of where the CEO took a reduction in pay to save his workers. What other company can you say that for? I can't think of one. Please let me know in the comments. Seriously. Congrats to that person, because they are part of the very small minority of executives that give a shit about people below them. That's not something that happens in business. It's just not. So when you're telling me that Randy Pitchford is moving Borderlands over to the Epic launcher to pay his developers more and really just put that extra time and effort into that game, I'm calling bullshit. Because that's simply not happening. It's just not. That's not the reality of the situation. That's not the reality of how the world works. I mean, you can live in your fantasy land all you want, but that's just not how it works. It's unfortunate. I would love, if that's true, I need proof, and I take back everything I've said. If you can provide proof that they are giving more money to the developers, they're trying to end crunch time, they're trying to give them more vacation days, all that sort of stuff, that's great. That's wonderful. Go to the Epic launcher. Everybody, go to the Epic launcher. They're paying the developers more there. They're giving more holiday time. They're making games better. But that's not happening. That's simply not happening. The executives are pocketing the cash and moving on. I'm telling you, that's just how it is. I'm sure their, stockholders, their shareholders are pretty happy about that. But besides the shareholders and the executives, nobody's working out here. Nobody's getting the better deal. This is not better for consumers. The Epic Store doesn't even have a fucking shopping cart. It doesn't have a shopping cart, okay? That's insane. They have a live service milestone plan. They have a roadmap for a store. Why? What? That's ridiculous. I'm fine with competition. Competition, I love it. It's what makes capitalism work. Unfortunately, the way this competition is working, it's just they're just buying the competition. They're buying all of the big name games. They're not improving their store. They're holding these games hostage, and that's why people are getting so upset. I understand it. I really do. And I get the people that don't care. It is just a launcher. But you need to understand from the other side that people are upset because it's just inferior, but they have to use this launcher now because they're not given a choice. But the thing is it's just, that's what they're doing. They're just holding these products hostage. They're not making their storefront any better. They're not doing that to be competitive. They're just taking games and holding them hostage. So I get why people are super upset. I'm in the camp of I'll just wait. I'm kind of a patient gamer to begin with. So it's like if it's going to be on the Epic Store, I'll just wait till it comes to Steam, and it's probably going to be cheaper than anyway. But I get why people are upset, and I just hate corporate defenders. Corporations don't care about you. I hate to break it to you if this is the first time you've heard this. Gearbox does not care about you. They really don't. They really and truly don't. They don't care about you. They don't care. The only thing they care about when it is in regards to you is what will make you buy the game. What will make you buy the infinite amount of DLC they push out for this game. That's what every company cares about. What will you buy? How much money do you have? Can I have all of it? Because I want all of it. Because I'm a company. I want all your money. I don't want some of it. I don't want just $60. I want all of your money. I want what is in your wallet? Give me it. That's every company nowadays. And I'm not buying it. And he's telling people to fuck off. Like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, okay, real quick, let's just read what Randy Pitchford has to say before we conclude this video. So, he responds to not cool at all to misuse the review system like this. Shame on Steam games for allowing it. Once again, not true. Steam is not allowing it. They're deleting reviews, hiding them at least, and the overall score has not changed. I want to establish that. And then he says, ironically, that this misuse is possible and that Steam has no interest in correcting it. This misuse makes me kind of happy about 2K's decision. Okay, so it's 2K's decision. Oh, it's the money-hungry people. I forgot about that part. It's 2K. Strauss Zelnick, the man who says they're giving away too much free stuff in Grand Theft Auto and they need to charge customers more, and they call them sea creatures. Anyway, makes me kind of happy about 2K's decision. Makes me want to reconsider Gearbox publishing current posture on the platform. Oh, he's talking about moving all of his games to the Epic Store because, people hurt his feelings in the reviews. They hurt his feelings so bad. They hurt it. They hurt him. And then somebody replies, this is a decent reply. Well, this would not have happened if there was an exclusivity deal. You, 2K, or whoever was responsible, brought this upon yourselves. And it's their fault for everyone being pissed off. That's true. There's no swear words in that. There's no attack. It's just saying, this is why this is happening. People are upset. I wouldn't hit... Oh, this is Randy Pitchford again. I wouldn't hit you if you didn't deserve it. It's your fault. I am hitting you. Unquote. What the fuck is wrong with you? And this victim blaming bullshit. Kindly fuck off, troll. What in that message was trolling? I don't understand. Can you explain that to me? No? You're not going to reply to any more comments? How is that trolling? He eloquently put the situation and discussed why people are upset. That's simple. This is a CEO rambling on Twitter and telling people to fuck off. There you have it. 2019, folks, where there's no professionalism anywhere. Very sad. Very sad time indeed, where corporate defenders are bunching up together and corporate is right there with them now. They're right there in the trenches with those defenders. They're helping out with their Twitter war and telling people to fuck off and, oh, don't be a troll. Don't tell me the real reason. Stop making logical sense. I'm just going to make up something completely different that makes no sense at all. It's your fault that what is hitting you? What? I get what he's trying to say. He's just wrong. Anyway, maybe he just needs to learn some more magic tricks. Hopefully he learns enough tricks to make himself disappear, because I'm kind of sick and tired of hearing from him. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic day. Drinking Arizona sparkling water, strawberry. It's very delicious. Sparkling water with minerals. Ooh, delicious. I thought about whether I should make this video or not. Decided, Randy Pitchford, he's done a lot of really dumb things in the industry, and he's said a lot of dumb things, and I don't know. I don't know how he's CEO. He just seems kind of like an incompetent person overall. I mean, the revealing of Borderlands 3, how he's talking crap about YouTubers and just making up stuff. I mean, He's got quite the checkered past, and I believe he's in the middle of a lawsuit. He's accused of embezzling $12 million from 2K. He's got to really support 2K in this one. He's got to make it look like he's innocent, right? Maybe that's it.